All right, let's dive right in. We're about to take a tour of the most incredible, most complex piece of machinery on the planet, your nervous system. This is the command center that runs literally everything, from your heartbeat to your biggest ideas.
And it all starts with a simple yet profound question. How does a thought like, I should grab that coffee, instantly become a real physical action? How does that even work? Well, that's the puzzle we are going to piece together right now.
So, to really get it, you have to look at the master blueprint first. The entire nervous system is beautifully organized into two major divisions. They're constantly talking to each other, working in perfect sync.
Okay, so on one side, you've got the central nervous system, the CNS. Just think of this as mission control, or the command center. It's your brain and spinal cord, where all the top-level decisions get made. And on the other side, that's the peripheral nervous system, or PNS. These are your field agents, this massive web of nerves that connects the command center to, well, everywhere else, sending out orders and reporting back with crucial intel.
Now, inside that command center, it's built with two kinds of stuff. You've got gray matter, which you can think of as all the tiny computers or processors doing the actual, well, processing. And then you have the white matter. That's all the high-speed fiber optic cabling connecting all those processors together into a superhighway of information. So, let's zoom right into the heart of that command center, the brain itself. I mean, this is the main event. It's the very seat of your consciousness, your personality, your everything. And the brain isn't just one big lump of tissue, not at all. It's more like a bustling corporation with highly specialized departments. Up front, you've got the frontal lobe. That's the CEO, handling your personality and big decisions. Then there's the parietal lobe, kind of like the data analytics team, making sense of sensations and speech. The temporal lobe, that's your archives, dealing with sound and memory. And way in the back, the occipital lobe is the visual effects department, 100% dedicated to processing everything you see. But here is where things get really, really interesting. The map your brain has of your own body, it's not what you think. It's not a nice, neat, to-scale replica. No, it's this wonderfully bizarre, distorted map based entirely on what's important, not on physical size. I mean, just look at this. The amount of brain real estate given to your hands, your fingers, and your lips is absolutely enormous. They get these huge sections for both movement and sensation because they're packed with nerves and need incredibly precise control. It's why a tiny paper cut on your fingertip feels like a major injury, but you might barely notice a big scrape on your back. It's all about what's functionally important. Okay, so we've seen the brain's large-scale organization. Now, let's punch in. I mean, let's go way, way down to the microscopic level and meet the actual cells that make this whole incredible show run. And the absolute star of that show is the neuron. This is the fundamental unit, the messenger cell. Every single thought, feeling, and action you have is basically a storm of these little guys generating and transmitting electrical signals. You can think of every neuron as its own little communications hub. The cell body is like the power plant and factory. The dendrites are like a whole array of antennas, constantly listening for incoming signals. And the axon? That's the long-distance transmission cable that sends the neuron's own signal out to the next cellular line. But here's the secret. For all the attention neurons get, they absolutely cannot do their jobs alone. They have this massive support crew working behind the scenes, the true unsung heroes of your nervous system. So let's meet the neuroglia. The name literally means nerve glue, but oh man, there's so much more than that. You've got astrocytes that provide physical and chemical support, microglia act as the brain's dedicated immune system, and then you have oligodendrocytes and Schwann cells, which do a job so critical we need to look at it right now. Okay, so how on earth do signals get from your brain to your big toe in a fraction of a second? It's a huge distance. This secret isn't just power, it's about pure, unadulterated speed. And it's achieved through a brilliant bit of biological engineering. That secret is a process called myelination, and its effect is just staggering. It can boost the speed of a nerve signal by up to 100 times. We're talking the difference between old-school dial-up internet and modern fiber optics. It's a total game changer. And here's how it works. A support cell, like one of those Schwann cells, literally takes an axon and just wraps itself around it, over and over and over again. And as it wraps, it squeezes all of its own guts, its cytoplasm, out, leaving behind this dense, fatty coating called the myelin sheath. This sheath is the perfect electrical insulator, just like the plastic on a wire, letting the signal jump down the axon at incredible speeds. All right, so we've got our command center, we've got our high-speed wiring. Now, let's zoom back out and look at how this whole amazing system actually connects to the world and controls both the stuff you mean to do and all the stuff that just happens. So those field agents, the peripheral nervous system, are actually split into two main teams. You have the somatic system. This is your conscious, voluntary control. When you decide to pick up a pen, to walk across the room, to speak, that's your somatic system. Then you have the autonomic system. This is the ultimate autopilot. It handles everything you never have to think about: your heart beating, your lungs breathing, your stomach digesting. And that autopilot system itself is a balancing act between two opposing forces. The sympathetic division is your fight-or-flight mode. It's the gas pedal. It jacks up your heart rate and gets you ready for intense action. Its counterpart, the parasympathetic division, is your rest and digest mode. It's the brake pedal. It slows things down, conserves energy, and takes care of all the routine maintenance. And this isn't just an idea. You can see it right in the wiring. The fight-or-flight sympathetic system uses nerve fibers that are built to send out a wide, fast alarm signal to your entire body all at once. But the rest and digest parasympathetic system, its fibers are designed to send much more precise, targeted messages, like telling just your digestive system, "Okay, it's time to get to work." So when you really think about it, from the tiny spark of a single neuron firing to the unbelievable complexity that creates your consciousness, this system does it all. It doesn't just perceive reality, it actually builds it for you. Your nervous system truly is the architect of your reality. So the only question left is, what are you going to build with yours?